Hello students, good morning to all. Today we will start a new lesson, Microsoft Excel. That is the formulas in Microsoft Excel that we have to study formulas and functions. Lesson 2. So see what is this Microsoft Excel? Microsoft Excel 2010 we will study, and in Microsoft Excel is a commercial spreadsheet application. This is called a spreadsheet also, and it is written and distributed by the Microsoft company for Microsoft Windows and the Mac operating system. So at the time of writing, this Microsoft Excel version 2010 for Microsoft Windows and 2011 for Mac operating system. Okay, so this Excel is a spreadsheet, and what it does, it is capable of performing the calculations. It analyzes the data. We can filter the data. We can sort the data and integrate the information from different programs, from different spreadsheets, from different Excel sheet. We can integrate the programs also. Okay. So by default, the files in the Excel is saved. By default, document saved in Excel 2010 with the extension .xlsx .xlsx. Whereas the file extensions in the prior Excel version means 2007 is .xls, but in 2010 .xlsx. So this represents that the file is prepared, Excel sheet is prepared in Excel 2010, and .xls for the previous version 2007. So in this chapter, we will learn that how to start the Excel 2010 application in simple steps. See, first of all, we have to click on the start button. So when you click on the start button, see this context menu will open, and in that you go on the all programs. See all programs. So in step 2, click on the all programs options on the menu. So again the context menu will open for the all program. Now there you find, see this is the all program. Now in the step 3, we search for the Microsoft Office from the sub menu. So when you click on this all program, a sub menu will open. In that sub menu, we have to search Microsoft Office. Now here you can see this is the sub menu. This is the sub menu, and here you find the Microsoft Office. Okay, so click on that Microsoft Office. The list will open of all the application in the Microsoft Office, Access 2010 and other things. Okay. Step 4, search for the Microsoft Excel 2010. So in that you have to search Microsoft Excel 2010. So click on the Microsoft Excel 2010. So when you click, as you can see here, Microsoft Excel 2010 is here. So click. So when you click on that option, so this will launch the Microsoft Excel 2010 application, and you will see the following Excel window. Okay, this Excel window will open. Now after that we'll learn the formulas in Microsoft Excel. So before that, let me show you on the screen that how. Let me minimize this screen, and after that I will show you. See, so on my desktop Microsoft Excel 2010 is here. I will make a double click on it, then I will get it. And the step which I show you, this is the start button. So when you click on the start button, see, and here we find all programs. So here I will search. So this is the start button. Okay, and here you search the Microsoft Office. See here I have got the Microsoft Office. So when I will click on this Microsoft Office, it will display all the applications of the Microsoft Office. Here you find the Microsoft Excel 2010. So click on Microsoft Excel 2010. Now see one spreadsheet will open. Now this is the Microsoft Excel 2010 window. Okay, so that I want to show you. Now we'll learn about the formulas in Microsoft Excel. Formulas in Microsoft Excel. So these formulas are used to perform the calculations. Why the formulas are used? Formulas are used to perform the calculations involving addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. And this also formula establishes the relationship between the two or more cells. As I have shown you in the on the spreadsheets, these are the cells. So in different cells, values are there. So between the values, formulas are used to establish the relationship. So what is the formula? This formula is an expression. Formula is also an expression which include the cell address, numbers, arithmetic operators, and parentheses. Okay. So formulas are the bread and butter of worksheet. This is a good proverb. Bread and butter. Without formulas, you can there is no use of the spreadsheet. So without formulas, we cannot work on the spreadsheet. So without formula, worksheet will be just a simple table. Tabular representation of the data means you are writing the data on the table, just a simple thing. So a formula consists of the special code which is entered into a cell. Every formula we write inside the cell of the spreadsheet, and it performs some calculation and returns the result which is displayed in the cell. So formulas use a variety of operators and worksheet functions to work with the values and text. Okay. So the values and the text used in formulas are located in other cells. So the values and text used in the formulas are located in other cells, which makes changing data easy and gives worksheet their dynamic nature. Example, you can quickly change the data in the worksheet and formulas works. So see how what are the elements of formulas. So in the formula, it contains the mathematical operators like plus for addition and asterisk for multiplication. Example, you can see every formula begins with the equals to operator a1 plus a2. This a1 and a2 is the cell reference. This is called the address of the cell where the values are stored, where the values are present. Okay, plus is the addition operator, arithmetic operator. Now see the example equals to 200 multiply 0.5. When you press the enter key, you will get its result. So this formula use only values and it always returns the same result as 100. You will get means half of 200 is 100. Cell reference. Example, you can see A1 equals to C12. It will compare the cell A1 with cell C12 in C12. If the cells are identical, the formula returns true. Otherwise, it will return false. Now see here the sum function. We use a function also in the formula equals to sum. This is the range of address A1 to A12. So it will add all the values present in the cell A1 to A12. One thing I want to show you in the Excel sheet, you can see here the vertical column you are seeing. These are the vertical columns. Vertical lines and vertical cells are the column, and columns name is labeled as ABCD alphabets, and the rows are numbered as 1 2 3 4. So what is the address of this cell? See, it is highlighted. This is called the name box, and here you find the address of the each cell. So the address of cell reference of this cell is what? A1 means under column A, and under column A in front of row 1. So this cell present in row 1, column A, row 1. Now if I click on this, you can see the cell reference of this cell is C4. It's under column C and row number 4. Okay. So now we move to this. How we create a formula. So for creating a formula, we need to type in the formula bar. We need to type in the formula bar. Formula begins with the equals to sign, which I have shown you. Now using the pointing method to supply the cell address of the for formulas is often easier and more powerful method of formula building. So if you are not knowing the address of the cell, so you point on that cell, click on that cell, and the reference of that cell will automatically added in the formula bar. So when you are using the built-in functions, you click the cell or drag through the cell range that you want to use when defining the functions argument in the functions argument dialog box. So here you can see the below screenshot. This is the formula bar. To write a formula, here you can write the formula, and you can see here salary calculator. So in the column B, names are written. In column C, salary amount is written. In column D, percentage is written, tax rate, and column E, tax payable, how much tax they have to pay. So the formula is written, that the text is what 10%. So C4 multiply D4. So 10% of this. The formula written and pressing the enter key here, the text is for 200. Text payable 200. So result you see where the formula is written. So after writing the formula here, when you press the enter key, you will get its result. Okay. Now, as soon as you complete a formula entry, Excel calculates the result, which is then displayed inside the cell within the worksheet. So however continue to be visible on the formula bar anytime the cell is active. If you make an error in the formula, that prevents Excel from being able to calculate the formula at all. Excel displays an alert dialog box suggesting how to fix the problem. So if some error will occur in writing the formula, it will display a alert dialog box, and from there you can take the help that how what should be the syntax of writing the formula. So we can copy. So we can copy the formulas in Microsoft Excel. So how we copy the formula? Copying formula is one of the most common tasks that you do in a typical spreadsheet that relies primarily on formulas. So when a formula uses cell references rather than the constant values, so Excel made the task of copying an original formula to every place that requires a similar formula. Means here if we want to calculate the text payable of the step, so next time we don't write the formula, we just copy this formula and paste it on this column and press the enter key. We'll get the text for this person step. Okay, that is called the copying of formulas in Microsoft Excel. Now we'll study about the compound formula. So this compound formulas are used when more than one operator is required to perform the calculation. When more than one operator means you are using multiplication, also division, means more than one arithmetic operators if are used in the formula, that such type of formula is called the compound formula. Like if you want to calculate the simple interest, in that you have to use principal multiply rate multiply time divided by 100. So here we use more than one operator, means two multiplication and third division, three operators we have used. So if in any formula you are writing more than one operator, that is called the compound formula. So next, using formula on text, we can also use the formula on the text, means we can do the concatenation operation, which is called the adding two string values of the two cells. So that is called the concatenation. Suppose in one cell there is written the KIPS and in other cell there is written India. So if you add the two cells values, suppose in cell A1 it is written KIPS and in cell B1 written India. So if you add in third cell, suppose C1 you are writing in the formula, in C1 you are writing A1 plus B1. So these two strings present in the cell A1 and B1 will be added, concatenated, that is will become a KIPS India. So that you can see in your book also. It is given. As you can see in your book, figure number 2.3. So in the cell A1 written KIPS, in the cell B1 written India, and in the cell C the formula is written what for the concatenation equals to A1 ampersand symbol, A1 ampersand B1 in cell C1, press the enter key. So this ampersand will concatenate these two strings KIPS in India, and you are seeing the result KIPS India. Okay. So the ampersand symbol is used to perform the addition of text. If you want to add two text, so what you use? Ampersand symbol. So addition of two or more text values is called concatenation. Simple formula means okay. So now this is all for the today students. In the next class, we will continue our discussion on the topic cell range. What are the cell range and how, and different types of cell reference. So different types of cell reference. This cell addresses, cell reference, which is called the cell address also, that we will study in the next class. This is all for today. Thank you for your kind attention.